All right, everybody, I'm Logan Alec, I'm a CPA, and this is my stimulus update for Sunday, September 6th. So as is often the case on Sunday mornings, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin was on Fox earlier today, saying that he and the president want more stimulus, yada, yada, yada. Yes, Steve, we know, y'all want more stimulus. We've heard it before. But one thing that Mnuchin said this morning that I found very interesting is that apparently he sees no issue with doing a stimulus bill now that's super targeted, and then maybe doing another one in 30 days if necessary. Here's the clip.
Now, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Mr. Secretary, thanks. Welcome back to Fox News. Now, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Mr. Secretary, thanks. Welcome back to Fox News Sunday.
Thanks, Brett. It's great to be with you.
I'd like to start with where the coronavirus stimulus bill, the next iteration, stands in the negotiations as of right now.
Well, Brett, the president and I couldn't be more pleased with the way the economic plan is working. We've injected $3 trillion into the economy. People thought we'd get 25% unemployment. Fortunately, it never came close to that. We're down to 8.4. But the president and I believe we should do more stimulus. We have about 7.5 million jobs that we need to get back until we're back to where we were. And we want to help small businesses. We want to help businesses that are particularly impacted by this, and we'll continue to work on proposed new legislation.
So what's the sticking point? Does Speaker Pelosi want this, do you believe?
Well, I think, you know, in my discussions with the Speaker, where we're really stuck is both on certain policy issues, but more importantly on the top line. The Speaker has refused to sit down and negotiate unless we agree to something like a $2.5 trillion deal in advance. And, Brett, as you know, we put $3 trillion into the economy when the economy was completely shut down. We've now reopened the economy. Well, let's do a more targeted bill now. If we need to do more in 30 days, we'll continue to do more. But let's not hold up the American workers and American businesses that need more support.
So on this point, here's the Republican agenda right now. This week in the Senate, they're putting forth a new or perhaps modified skinny bill that could be as low as $500 billion, laughably small to Nancy Pelosi, right? But what Mnuchin's saying is, hey, it's been over 5 months since the CARES Act was passed. Let's do another injection into the economy now on a smaller scale, and then maybe see if we need more in 30 days. Of course, this would be super convenient for Trump to be able to say, hey, you got one stimulus now and another one next month, just a few weeks before the election, and while people are filling in their mail-in ballots. But like I've been saying here, I just don't think that Pelosi is going to go for this sort of piecemeal thing because she says she won't. But that's what Mnuchin is saying the administration is open to, and really a lot of this is just posturing right now. Mnuchin was asked later in this interview about the appropriation, the continuing resolutions agreement that he and Pelosi came to last week to avoid a government shutdown. Mnuchin said they don't really have a timeline yet as to how far those continuing resolutions would extend, but he was thinking perhaps through early December, just like last year, which would obviously be after the election. And then one last thing before we move on to unemployment. This morning, Senator John Barrasso, who is the chair of the Senate Republican Conference, was on Sunday Morning Features and basically called Nancy Pelosi a Disney villain. Here's the clip.
So to me, this is Nancy Pelosi as Cruella de Vil, saying no to paycheck protection for workers and small businesses all around the country, but at the same time telling one small business that they should open, but only open for her. This is a sign of contempt for the American workers.
Well, every group needs a villain, right? I mean, Democrats obviously have Trump, and it looks like these days Republicans have Pelosi. In terms of unemployment, California has initiated payments to some who have previously certified. Payments will arrive this week. I also created a new map of states' indications whether they will pay $300 weekly, just the federally funded amount, or $400 weekly, which of course would involve the state kicking in an extra $100 per week. So far, only 5 states' governors have indicated the $400 weekly, and those 5 states are Montana, Kansas, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Vermont. Of course, just because the governor says $400 a week doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. The state legislature would have to approve the extra $100 weekly funding. For example, in Kansas, Governor Laura Kelly has said she wants the $400 a week, but last week the legislature blocked this request, so don't count your dunks before they slam until the money is actually in your bank account. All right, everybody, that is my stimulus and unemployment update for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.